It's a fairy tale I can't explain, full of words I don't know how to say. It's always been you, it's always been you, 'cause you're the only one that my heart keeps coming back to, yeah. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan. Today we have a tutorial for this song from Shawn Mendes' brand new album, Wonder. I'm assuming it's an amazing song, but I haven't actually heard it yet because I'm pre-filming these intros so I can get as many tutorials out from the new album as soon as possible for you guys. But two things before we start the video. First, you guys are clearly Shawn Mendes fans, so you should subscribe down below. I've got tons of covers and tutorials for Shawn Mendes stuff, and I'm hoping to come out with a ton of new tutorials from the new album, so subscribe down below to get notified about that. Second, if you like this video and it helps you learn the song, please feel free to give it a like. That really just shows the YouTube algorithm that you like seeing these kinds of videos and really helps out the channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Here we go. For this song, we're going to have a capo on the first fret, and we're going to be playing chords in the key of A major. The first chord being the A major chord, we're going to have an open A string, our middle finger, our ring finger, and our pinky finger on the second fret of the D, the G, and the B strings, and an open high E. Next, we're going to move to a D major chord, which is going to have an open D, our pointer finger on the second fret of the G, our ring finger on the third fret of the B, and our middle finger on the second fret of the high E. Moving to a D minor chord, which sounds really cool in this key, we're going to only move our middle and our pointer fingers and keep the ring finger planted in this spot. So our middle finger is going to move to the second fret of the G, and pointer finger is going to move to the first fret of the high E. So now we have a low open D, middle finger on the second fret of the G, ring finger on the third fret of the B, and pointer finger on the first fret of the high E. Next, we're going to move to a B minor chord, where we're going to bar the A string and the high E string with our pointer finger. Next, we're going to have our ring and pinky on the fourth fret of the D and the G string, and then our middle finger on the third fret of the B. The next chord is an F sharp minor chord. We're going to use our pointer finger and a little assistance from our middle finger to bar the low E and the G, the B, and the high E strings. Then we're going to use our ring and our pinky to play the fourth fret of the A and the D string. This last chord isn't used super often, but it sounds really cool in this context. It is called a C sharp 7 over G sharp. And you're going to put your pinky finger on the 6th fret of the high B, your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D, and your pointer and your ring finger are going to bar the rest of the strings on the 4th fret. The low E, the A, the G, and the high E. So all together it's going to sound like this. You guys, I almost forgot about the E major chord, but it's pretty simple. It just has your middle and your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D and the A strings, and then your pointer finger on the 1st fret of the G. And the rest of the strings are open. Now you should know all the chords. For both of the verses, you're going to be using the same chord progression. We're going to start on the A for 2 measures, and then we're going to go to the D major for 1 measure, to the D minor for 1 measure, and then we're going to repeat that cycle. So A for 2, then D major to D minor, then we're going to go to B minor for 2 measures, then to D major for 1, and D minor for 1. And in the first verse, you're just going to pluck the 4 strings when the chord is rooted on the A string, like the A major chord and the B chord. You're going to play the middle 4 strings, so the A, the D, the G, and the B. But for the D major and the D minor chords, it's rooted on the D, so you're going to play the D, the G, the B, and the high E. So for that whole entire verse, it's going to sound like this. It's a fairy tale I can't explain, full of words I don't know how to say. And you're just going to be plucking each time the chord changes. For the second verse, there's going to be a pretty simple picking pattern. So on the A and the B minor chords, you're going to be plucking with your thumb on the low A, your pointer on the G, and your middle on the B. And for the D major and D minor chords, we're going to be plucking with our thumb on the D string, and our pointer on the B, and our middle on the high E. So the picking pattern is pretty simple. It's going to sound like this. So what we're going to do on the first beat, we're going to pluck with our thumb and our middle finger at the same time. Then with our pointer, then our middle, then our pointer. And then repeat. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then to the D, 1 and 2 and D minor, 1 and 2 and you're going to repeat that all the way through the entire verse and pre-chorus the second time through. For both of the pre-choruses, we're going to be using the same exact picking pattern that I just taught you for verse 2 with this chord progression. One cycle in the A, slide up to the G sharp or C sharp 7 over G sharp, down to F sharp minor, to D, then strum on the D minor, and that'll send you straight into the chorus. So with lyrics, it'll sound like this. You're the only one that my heart keeps coming back to. And then right into the chorus. Starting on an A major for the chorus, we're going to strum down, up, slap, rest, slap. Now going to a D major, down, 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 up. To D minor, down, 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 up. Then back to the A, down, up, slap, rest, slap. Then D major, down, 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 up. D minor, to the F sharp minor, to E major, and then back into the verse, pre-chorus, whichever section of the song you're on. So with the lyrics, it's going to sound like this. It's always been you, it's always been you. It's always been you, it's always been you. It's always been you, yeah. For the end of this song, you're going to be alternating between the chorus and the pre-chorus chord progressions. So when you finish the third chorus, singing it's always been you, then you're going to go into the pre-chorus chord progression where you're going to strum it all the way through. You're the only one that my heart keeps coming back to. Then you're going to come back to the chorus one, but instead of doing the stops and the slaps, you're just going to strum all the way through. And you're just going to alternate back and forth between those however many times you want, or if you just want to go with the recording, I think it's 2 pre-choruses and 3 choruses as they alternate back and forth throughout the end of the song. So now you should know how to play the entire thing. So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this tutorial was helpful. If it was, please feel free to give this video a like. I'd really appreciate that. Comment down below what your favorite song from the brand new album is. I haven't actually heard it yet, but I'm really looking forward to hearing Teach Me How to Love. So let me know down below. And if you want to check out my Amazon links in the description for my filming gear and my guitar gear, it's really high quality stuff, and if you do end up buying it, it gives a little kickback and helps support the channel. You can find my original music in a playlist in that top right corner. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.